Bruner playing first base today. Takes on the outside corner for strike one. Tyson Ringler on second, Gavin Barker on first with Dylan Bruner up. The 0-1. Catches the corner again. It's 0-2. Miller ready again. The 0-2 pitch. That one just a bit outside. It's 1-2. Crestview knocked off Colonel Crawford in their sectional semi to get here. Winford took the bye. Winner will head to Shelby and play in the second semifinal next week. The 1-2. Chopper foul. Will go again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the Crestview 5-hitter. The pitch. Fouled back again. Count remains 1-2. Another 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Outside, it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the first. The pitch. Popped up. Short right field. Second baseman back to make the catch. Colin Holzmeyer makes the play. And that'll do it for the top of the first. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the bottom of the first right after this.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
I'm Travis Big League Berardi, and you're watching baseball action exclusively on the OH Report. Bottom of the first here from Winford. Spencer Miller takes 2 balls, no strikes against today's Crestview starter, Jarek Ringler. Cougars got 2 on with 2 out, but could not score them in the top of the first. That one right across the letters for strike 1. It's 2-1. That one chopped foul, evens the count at 2-2. Winford in a tie for second in the Northern 10. Line drive right back at Ringler. How you doing? One down.
Replay up, and it's just going to be replays are not on Jeremy's camera, so
Yeesh.
likely show Jeremy's camera.
That'll bring up Kaiden Blair.
Shane, you're going to be replays. So Jeremy, go ahead and wide up and come to the right just a little bit.
First pitch taken by Blair for ball 1. That one almost hit him. It's 2-0.
Shane, go tight on the pitcher at the moment if you would, please. Shane, go tight on the pitcher if you would, please.
And now Blair ahead of the count. 3 balls and no strikes. That one in there for strike 1. 3-1 the count.
It is. Flip it off. Yep. Good. You just had enough.
The 3-1 misses the plate. It's a 1-out walk.
Never mind. All right. Jeremy, come on back.
That'll bring up Grant McGuire.
Shane, go tight on. Kid on first base, please.
That one in the dirt. Blair now caught in a pickle. Throw back to the pitcher, and the ball gets away, but he will stay at first. Take a look at the pickle. But nobody was backing up after the first baseman took off. Ringler was a bit late, so he's back in there safely. So the count sits at 1-0.
Okay, Jeremy, you're up. What's your score back? Can I get these cameras?
That one low for ball 2.
No replay is up. Jeremy is up now, yes.
Grant McGuire, the 3-hitter for this Winford squad.
So, Shane, we're kind of learning as we're going.
The 2-0. Foul tip back, strike 1.
I want you to go on to the back. So stay there, because what I'm doing is your camera's recording replays. So what we'll do is
That's a rip up the middle, but right at the center fielder, Boston Roland, for out number 2.
replay from
Got all of it, but just lined it straight at the center fielder. And that will now bring up Drew Johnson.
you get a chance to remember just a little. I heard you, but I like you all of it.
Johnson takes ball 1.
So Shane, go tight on pitcher. Or, I'm sorry, tight on batter, please. We just don't know back.
Fouls that off, evens the count. Drew Johnson, a .459 hitter this year. The 1-1 fouled off. It's 1-2. Runner on first here with 2 down in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Johnson. Popped up short left field. It's going to be trouble. It drops foul, though, as the wind just pushed it to the left side of the line. And here's a Home and Kitchen Supply replay. So another 1-2 upcoming here for Johnson. Jarek Ringler with the pitch. Just pokes the bat out, hits it to short, the throw to first. High, not in time. It's an infield hit. Well, first and second with 2 down. Tyson Ringler made a play on it, but Drew Johnson able to beat it out, and that'll bring up Brett Krall.
So Shane, at some point, I may ask
Krull, a 276 hitter on the season. 18 runs batted in. Just like the top of the first, 2 on with 2 out. That bounces in there. 4-1. Nice stop there by the backstop, Brennan Falk. Kept it from going to the backstop. And we'll get a change on baseball. Krull, the 5 hitter. Ready, the pitch. In there for a strike. Kind of threw off Falk on the pitch. The 1-1. Outside, it's 2 balls and a strike. Just underway here on the Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. 2-1. Chopped to first. Fielded by Bruner. Touches it for the final out, and that's how the first inning will end. Both teams with 2 on, but cannot score them. We've played 1. We'll take a break.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We welcome you between the bases for this sectional championship. Nothing here after 1 inning of play. As we take a look, Between the Bases brought to you by CAROTHERS Pest Control. Take a look at the team spotlight for the Crestview Cougars. 12-11, 9-5 in the Firelands Conference. As a team, they're hitting .338, 30 extra base hits, 164 runs, and as a team, pitching-wise, a .257 ERA, 185 strikeouts, 80 walks. And like I said, they knocked off Colonel Crawford in the sectional semi, 7-2. We'll get into our player spotlight here after this batter. But up now, the 6-hitter center fielder, Boston Rowland. Fouls off the first pitch, it's 0-1. Swings through that one. And Rowland behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Ready with the 0-2. That one just high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one fouled back. He'll stay alive at 1-2. Winner of this heading to districts next week. 1-2. Curveball. Got him looking. 1 down. That'll bring up Carson Keener. First pitch grounds it to the right side. Fielded by Halsmeyer, throws the first. 2 down. 1 pitch to get out number 2. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jeb Workman. Workman, a junior. hitting 160 on the season. First pitch to him, outside for ball 1. Spencer Miller this season, 2.67 ERA, 6 starts, 7 appearances, a 4-3 record as he takes that chopper right back for out number 3. But we're going to keep it here and continue our between the bases coverage and take a look at the player spotlight for the Crestview Cougars. Once again brought to you by CAROTHERS Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. CAROTHERS Pest Control. And our player spotlight for the Crestview Cougars today, Tyson Ringler. Utility player, also the number 2 pitcher for the Cougars behind Jarek Ringler. 357 average, 25 RBI, 22 runs scored. Now we'll take a look at the Winford team spotlight. Brought to you again by CAROTHERS Pest Control. 17-8 overall, 10-4. Second place in the Northern 10. They've won 11 of their last 13 games, and that's what you need to do as a team. Be hot at the right time, and that is what Winford has been able to do. 327 average overall, 42 extra base hits. They have scored 190 runs. As a pitching squad, a 3.55 ERA, 123 strikeouts, 134 walks given up, and you've seen the last 3 games that they have had. This is their first tournament game this year. And our player spotlight for the Royals is Kaiden Blair, their number 2 pitcher, a 4.48 average, 13 RBI, 35 runs scored for the Royals of Winford High School. As the 6, 7, 8 hitters are due up here for Winford, Wes Prenger. We'll start things off. Wes, a 274 average. First pitch, popped it up to the right side. Under it is Keener and makes the first out on 1 pitch. Jarek Ringler this season, 7-1 in 9 appearances, 8 starts, 6 complete games for him. One and 1 to count to Landon Miller. Ringler has a .73 ERA for the Cougars. 88 strikeouts, only 18 walks. Landon Miller, a 185 average. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down. That'll bring up Hunter Routson. 300 average. 15 hits in 50 at-bats, and he pops this one foul. It's going to get out of play for strike 1. The rain has stopped, at least momentarily here at Winford. We drove through a couple monsoons to get here, but once we hit Bucyrus, the skies cleared. It looked dry. And other than that sprinkle in the first inning, not bad weather. We do have a wind blowing from right field in. The 0-2 checked his swing, held. It's 1-2. Also want to welcome our Crawford County fans watching on Crawford County Now and around the world. Line drive up the middle, base hit. High fastball. Routson reaches with a 2-out single. They'll bring up Cullen Holzmeyer. 235 average on the season. 9 RBI.
So, all right, Shane, you are up, and I got no hair left.
So 1 on and 2 out. Here in the bottom of the second. There's a grounder up the middle. Second on the short with the force, and that'll end the inning. We've played 2. Score remains 0-0. Top of the third here from Winford High School. Remains a 0-0 score. Crestview up with their 9-1-2 hitters against Spencer Miller. Sectional final here in Division III. First pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Patton a 255 average, takes strike 2. He's behind no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. We'll go again. I also want to say hello to everybody watching. I said hello to our Crawford County Now folks, but everybody watching live and free right now. The 0-2 pitch. Held off. It's 1-2. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Second strikeout for Miller. Already? So Drew Johnson actually took the mound for the second inning. Thank you to the Winford fans for telling me this. Ground ball to short. Gloved on the first. 2 down. So Drew Johnson now. 7 starts, 10 games, 4-0 record. 28 strikeouts, 38 strikeouts, 28 walks. The 1-0 is outside for ball 2. The 2-0. Inside for ball 3.
Trying to figure it out. Shane's ultimately going to be
3-0. Takes low ball 4, and again, a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up Ringler. He singled with 2 out back in the first. Tyson, a 357 average. The ball gets away, drops right in front of us, and Falk strolls into second base on the pitch. It's 1-0. Runner on second here now with 2 down. Johnson ready. The pitch in there for strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Ground ball to third on the first. Half inning over. Score that 5-3. Crestview strands a runner on second. We've played 2.5. Still 0-0.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Top of the order here, due up 4. Winford, Spencer Miller will lead things off. He ripped one back at Ringler to start the bottom of the first in his last at bat. And a first pitch swing and a big chopper grounded right to short. Tyson Ringler on the first, 1 down. That'll bring up Kaiden Blair. Kaiden 6 doubles, 13 RBI, 22 walks, only 8 strikeouts with his .448 average. Takes strike 1 as the rain starts to fall once again. And that's taken for ball 1. The 1-0 fouled off. It's 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes here. The pitch outside. It's 2-2. And then just like that, the rain stops for a moment. The 2-2. Curve ball fouled off.
You're right here. Next to me. Friendly guy.
Another 2-2, grounded up the middle. Fielded by Ringler, bobbles it though. It'll be an infield single.
This way so you're protected. We gotta get you up soon so we can get Jeremy out of there.
So 1 on now with 1 out for Grant McGuire. McGuire fouls that one off for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch outside, it's 1-1.
All right, Shane, let me know when you're ready and take your shot.
That one shot foul as well.
Gotcha, but I need to get that other camera out, so I'll take a wet shot over.
It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Stand by. You are our main camera. Jeremy.
So 1-2. The pitch. Runner goes. Check swing. It's a ball. Throw down. And he's in there with a stolen base. So that evens the count at 2-2. Now with a runner in scoring position for McGuire. Holds off there, and the count now is full at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, first and second with 1 down now. So that'll bring up Drew Johnson. Takes ball 1. The 1-0. Outside, it's 2-0. Jarek steps off. Takes ball 3. So now, Ringler a ball away from loading the bases. And he does. That's ball 4 low, and the bases are loaded now for Kroll. Brett Kroll, 18 RBI. He has 3 doubles and a triple as well in his 16 hits. He grounded to first to end the first inning. First pitch, popped up, out of play, strike 1. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Kroll back in the box. The 0-1. Low, it's 1-1. Blair on third, McGuire on second, Johnson on first here with 1 out. The pitch. outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll get back out once it's safe. Already got a $800 bill for this place now. I just didn't want to.
Ball gets away. Runner's going to come in, and Winford will take a 1-0 lead. On the wild pitch, everybody advances 90 feet.
Nice job, guys.
2-2 the count here, and a 1-0 Royal lead. Ringler ready. The 2-2 pitch. Low, and the count is full. Wes Pranger on deck. Takes ball 4. We're loaded again. That'll bring up Pranger, but we'll get time first. Pranger has 9 RBI on the season with his .274 average. So the Royals call timeout.
Timeout. Shane, can you push to the meeting over here?
So we'll have a courtesy runner. Jake Stover, pinch running at first base. First pitch in there for a strike. Pranger popped out to second base in short right field to start the second inning off. Chops that back towards us. It's 0-2. Ringler would love to get a double play ball here and limit the damage to only 1 run. But the Royals a great opportunity here to break through in the third, up 1-0. The 0-2, curveball down to third, steps on third to throw to first, double play, and Ringler will escape. 5-3, the double play, but the Royals do strike first. It's 1-0 after 3.5, or after 4. Top of the fourth, Wynford striking first on a wild pitch. It's 1-0. For you Crawford County fans, update in the Shelby Softball District Final. Margaretta leads Galleon 2-1 early on. Gavin Barker will get his second plate appearance of the day. He singled back in the first. And he'll single back up the middle here to start the fourth inning. Nice job by Kaiden Blair to cut that off. That could have gone to the fence. That'll bring up Dylan Bruner. Bruner popped up to second base in his first plate appearance to end the first inning. Looking to bunt there, whiffs on it, throw down to first. Barker back in time, it's strike one. So the Cougars trying to manufacture the run via small ball. One on, nobody out here in the top of the fourth as the rain has subsided once again for now. No balls, one strike, no out here. The pitch, he's going to bunt again, and he gets it down this time. It's a nice bunt. Throw on the first. It'll be a sacrifice 1-3. Runner moves the second. So Bruner does his job. It'll bring up Roland, who struck out looking to start the second inning. Roland chops it back to the pitcher. He takes the safe play. Runner moves the third, but the Royals get their second out. That not a sacrifice, but still does the job. That'll bring up Carson Keener. Grounded to second in his first at bat.
Hold on, so you're up. Okay, now Jeremy's up. Yeah,
Johnson an out away from getting out of this small jam. As Keener fouls that off for strike one.
just kind of hovering on third base, but falling up the ball.
The 0-1 pitch. Fouled off again. Johnson's ahead, 0-2. Big pitch coming up here.
Red carpet welcoming rolled into it.
The 0-2 pitch. Outside, it's 1-2. One ball, two strike, two out. Runner on third for Crestview. Curveball high, it's 2-2. Jeb Workman on deck. Johnson is ready. The 2-2. Line drive past the third baseman, and Crestview answers immediately. It's a two-out RBI single. We're tied at 1. On a 2-2 pitch, Keener just lined it over the glove of Grant McGuire and evens the score. Throw over the first. Keener back in. Workman chopped back to the pitcher to end the second inning. First pitch bounces, not far enough away for Keener to advance. It's ball one. Top of the fourth here. 1-1 the score in this sectional final in D3. Johnson ready, the pitch. That one fouled out of play. It's 1-1. Winford scored. It's Kaiden Blair with the bases loaded. Scored on a wild pitch, made it 1-0. However, Jarek Ringler was able to get a 5-3 double play to escape any more damage, and Crestview thanked him by evening things up here minutes later. The 1-1. Runner goes, throw down to second, bobbled away, and Keener in on a stolen base. Jeb took ball 2 there. So the count will be 2-1 now, with Keener on second with 2 out. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. Evens the count at 2. Two's on the board here. Johnson ready. On the hands and lines it easily out to Wes Prenger to end the threat. But the Cougars right back at you. We're tied at 1 heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Seven, 8, 9 hitters due up for Winford in this 1-1 game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Travis Berardi back on the west side of Bucyrus as the sun has come out now. Knock on wood. Everybody's saying don't jinx it. The only jinx I have is for sports though, folks. Not the weather, as that's swung through for strike 1. Landon Miller, left fielder, struck out in his first at bat against Ringler. That one taken low. The 1-1, he singled back in the second inning. He's ahead of the count, 2-0. The 2-0. High and inside, it's 3-0. That one taken for a strike, it's 3-1. 1. Grounded right back. The Ringler tosses the first, 2 out. Just off the end of the bat. Easy play for Ringler. Now bring up Holzmeyer. Here's some of the Winford folks. First pitch, flown the right, lost the ball at the first moment, but comes up and makes the catch as the wind played a lot against Workman, but he will make the play. 1, 2, 3 goes Winford. We played 4. It's 1-1. Fifth inning here in this sectional final in Division III. 1-1 the score. Both teams recently put those runs across. Bottom of the third, Winford struck first, but Crestview answered immediately in the top of the fourth. Royals went down 1-2-3 to end the fourth. Now Kane Patton takes ball one as we start the fifth, our fifth inning stretch inning. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul. Count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is high and inside, and the count is full here. To the 9-hitter, Jarek Ringler. In the top of the order on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball four. It's a leadoff walk. And that will bring up the Cougar pitcher. He is grounded out to short both times. First pitch to Ringler in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball foul just to the left of the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes here to Ringler. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 groundouts. Runner on first here in the fifth. The pitch popped him up. And Johnson calls off the second baseman, makes the play, 1 down. That'll bring up Brennan Falk. Grounded to third in the first, walked in the third inning. Throw over the first, back in time. Johnson ready. The pitch. Off speed down the line, and it is caught. Nice run and grab by Landon Miller for out number 2. That ball kept carrying. I'll bring up Tyson Ringler. That was a nifty running play there by Miller. Ringler lines it over the glove of the third baseman. It's a 2-out hit. First and second. Now to bring up Gavin Barker, who's 2 for 2 today. Go ahead run on second here. With 2 out. First pitch. Lined up the middle. It's going to drop in. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw. No, they were going to hold him at the last second, and I think that's the right choice because he would have been gunned down. Good job by Kaiden Blair to get to the ball and get the throw back in. Might have saved a run, as the bases now are loaded with 2 out. Dylan Bruner popped out to second in the first, sacrifice bunt in the fourth. Still 2 out here, though, as Johnson looks to escape damage. First pitch in there for a strike. Big moment in this game right here. The 0-1. Fouled off into the glove of the catcher. It's 0-2. Johnson way ahead. Johnson ready. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He escapes damage. High fastball got him the chase. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th as we keep it here for the Carothers Pest Control 5th inning stretch. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left on for the Cougars. As the Cougars get 2 more hits, add to that, it's 6. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for the Cougars. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Winford. Winford started the scoring in the 3rd with 1 out. Kaiden Blair singled, stole second. Grant McGuire then walked. Drew Johnson walked to load the bases. And then Blair scored on a wild pitch to make it 1-0. Brett Krall then walked to load the bases again with 1 out. But Jarek Ringler got a 5 unassisted 3 double play to end the inning, and it helped out because right immediately in the top of the 4th, Gavin Barker leadoff hit. Dylan Bruner moved into second on a sacrifice, and then after a Boston Roland ground out, Carson Keener with an RBI single to tie things up, and that's where we're at here in the 5th inning. That has been the 5th inning stretch, brought to you by Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest, call the best. Top of the order for the Royals here in the 5th, as Spencer Miller takes strike 1. One here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 fouls that off. It's 0-2. Rain has come through, but it's still a bit humid here. 70 degrees. The 1-2. Fouled back. Miller stays alive. Kaiden Blair, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, on deck for the Royals. Winner heads to next week's Shelby District Semifinal. The 1-2. Fouled off again. We continue. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball in there low. It's 2-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up here against Miller. The pitch lined up the middle, drops in for a hit. It's a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Blair. So Miller, his first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 3. Blair fouls that off. 0-1. One here in the bottom of the 5th. Quick throw over to first. Miller back in time. Little flare to right, it's going to drop in. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning, and Wynford is in business. Just a nice flare in the right. A flare by Blair. 2 on, no out now for McGuire. Flew out the center in the first inning. Walked in the third, swings through that one for strike 1. Chops that one foul. Ringler ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Needs to get McGuire out here. Keep this at a 1-1 game. The 0-2 to McGuire. Bounces away. Runners will move up 90 feet. Second wild pitch of the day by Ringler. And now just a fly ball to the outfield will most likely give Winford the lead back. The 1-2. Outside, it's 2-2. And that one outside, count is full. Drew Johnson, 1 for 1 on deck. The payoff pitch. Gets away, run's gonna come in to score. Winford leads. And off the back of the football press box, put a dent in that. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up and again out of play. Second and third, nobody out. 2-1 Winford here in the 5th. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Jarek Ringler. That'll bring up Brett Krall. Walked back in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. He rips it. It's down in right center field. 2 runs will score. 4-1 Winford. A 2 RBI single for the catcher. Wes Prenger fouls that off. It's 0-1. Chops that one to short. Bobbles it. It's an error. And it's 1st and 2nd. Shortstop went to field it and thought about the throw before getting it in his glove. Bobbled it. Both runners are safe, 1st and 2nd. Bunt attempt, throw down to 3rd. Got underneath the tag. Take a look at the replay. And now Prenger runs down to 2nd. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Royals. 3 in on the inning so far. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring up Hunter Outson. Singled in the second. Grounded back to the pitcher in the fourth. First pitch in there for a strike. Routson, the 8th batter for the Royals here in the inning. High fly ball on the right. And the catch is made by Carson Keener for the 3rd out. Winford puts 3 across. They lead at 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Top of the 6th. At Winford, Royals lead it 4-1. First pitch fouled off for strike 1. Boston Roland, 0 for 2 on the day, evens the count at 1-1. The Royals scoring 3 times in the 5th to retake the lead 4-1. Curveball in there, it's 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. We're even at 2.
No, because I was on his, and since we missed it, I was able to come back to me. I've done it a few times to know when.
The 2-2. Hits him in the back. Oh, it didn't hit him, actually. Hit the bat. It's a foul ball. The pitch. Low ball 4. Leadoff walk. That'll bring up Keener. Had an RBI single back in the 4th inning.
Just, I'm sorry.
Throw over the first, back in time.
Yes. Yes. Shane, yep. Shane, you're just on a runner. Or scoring, whichever one it is.
Throw back over the first again. He's back in time. So a runner on first with nobody out here for Crestview trying to answer Winford's 3. That's popped foul. 0-1. So that hits the softball press box. I should say press box and locker room. That throw beats it back. The 0-1. Outside, it's 1-1. And a balk has been called. Runner will move down to second. So the count stays at 1-1. For you folks that don't know, balk is when the pitcher makes a different movement. You're supposed to, in your windup, come to a stop and then throw. Usually, if you do not come to a complete stop, the umpire will call a balk. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into right. Backtracking and making the catch is Routson. Runner does not advance. It's one down. I'll bring up Jeb Workman. First pitch to Workman. That's fouled down the right field line and out of play. There's the Winford pitcher. Came in for the third inning and has only allowed one run here in his fourth inning of work. Workman calls time. The 0-1. Fouled back, it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here to the Crestview 8-hitter. The pitch just outside. It's 1-2. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Off speed, fouled off. Stays at 1-2. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. They'll bring up Kane Patton, the 9-hitter. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He did walk in the 5th. Fouls that off into the glove of the catcher for strike 1. The 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Runner on second. 2 down. And another box called.
Let's see if we can see the ball here.
I'm thinking he's calling that because he's still moving despite the arm motion. I think the lean, that's why they're calling it. I don't know. Nonetheless, runner moves to third. It's still an 0-2 count, and he can get out of the inning here. Runner on third, 0-2 count. The pitch. Got him looking, so it doesn't matter. We are through 5.5. 4-1 Winford.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Winford leading it 4-1, looking to add on in the bottom of the sixth. 9-1-2 due up. Hulsmeyer takes strike one. Fielder's choice in the second, flew out to right in the fourth. Takes that outside for ball one. It's 1-1. There's the Royal bench, the dugout. That's ripped to right, but again, at the glove of Workman for out number one. That'll bring up the top of the order. And Miller led off the fifth with a single and was one of the 3 runs that scored. Curveball inside on the corner for strike one. Flies that one to center. And on the run making the catch is Roland for out number 2. That'll bring up Kaiden Blair. 2 for 2. 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and a walk on the day. Ground ball to short. Ringler on the first, just beats him for out number 3, but the Royals are 3 outs away from heading to Shelby. Royals 3 outs away from Shelby, but they have to take down the top of the order for Crestview. Tyson Ringler leading off here in the top of the 7th. 4-1 Winford. Ringler so far 0 for 3 on the day. Not anymore. It's a line drive into center. It's a leadoff single. That'll bring up Brennan Falk. 0 for 2 with a walk. Runner on first, nobody down here in the 7th. First pitch to Falk. High, ball 1. Quick throw the first, back in time. If Falk were somehow to get on, Crestview could be in a good position. Ringler and Barker are combined 5 for 6 today. 1-0, nope. Another quick throw over, and Ringler back at first. Yeah. 1-0. Catches the outside black for strike 1. It's 1-1. Curveball high, it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouled it off. We're even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner on first, nobody down here in the top of the 7th. Johnson ready. Quick throw to first, Ringler back in again. Keeping him honest over there. The 2-2. Line base hit, that's gonna get into the gap. Tyson Ringler will head to third, and Falk will hold it first. And now that brings the tying run to the plate. And Tyson Ringler, who is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. And Gavin Barker on deck is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Runners on the corners now with nobody out in the 7th. First pitch catches the outside black. There's Gavin Barker, 3 for 3. The 0-1. Little chopper to third. It's going to be a tough play. Barehanded. No play. Run scores. It's 4-2. An RBI infield single. And now the tying run is at first with nobody out. And Gavin Barker up. (4-2). Falk on second, Tyson Ringler representing the tying run on first. Johnson's ready. The pitch inside, ball 1. The 1-0 line drive to left base hit. Runners will be held, but the bases are now loaded with nobody out. So the tying run now in scoring position. Nobody out for Dylan Bruner. Bruner 0 for 2. Popped out the second. He struck out in the fifth, and he also has a sac bunt. Bruner has 8 RBI on the season. Swings through that one, though, for strike one. (4-2) Wynford, but Crestview threatening here in the 7th. The 0-1 fouled off and right back at me.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. It'll clear up. It'll push past that. You're up. If you can see what's right. Remember the phrase, can't see the forest for the trees?
Johnson a strike away from getting a big first out here in the 7th. The 0-2. Line down the line. Fair ball! The tying run will score. Ball is bobbled. And Barker holds up at third. We're tied at 4. A 2 RBI double. With 2 strikes. Dylan Bruner's first hit of the day just touched that line. Take a look at the replay one more time. And it just hit the line. 4-4 now in the 7th. Boston Roland now up. 0 for 2 with a walk. And it nearly gets him in the head. It did nick him in the head. It's a hit by pitch. But quietly, that could help as it sets up the force play at home on a ground ball. Carson Keener 1 for 3. Nice stop by Krull. Ball 1. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Barker on third, Bruner on second, and Roland on first. Still nobody out in the top of the 7th. The 2-0. Popped him up. That'll be an infield, should be an infield fly rule. Great basket catch. The throw to first, though, gets away, but nobody will move. It's a P4, 1 down, a big first out there for Johnson. Now Winford, a double play ball away from getting out of this, still tied. Jeb Workman 0 for 3. Ground out to the pitcher, a line out to first, and a strikeout. Popped up. Short center drops in. The throw to second, they get the force, but the run scores, and Crestview's going to lead 5-4. Out at second's the call. But so that's a fielder's choice. 8-6 for the second out, but the run scores. And it's 5-4 Crestview. Kane Patton lines it to short, bobbled by the shortstop, and another run scores. And we're back to the top of the order now, and Jarek Ringler. 6-4 Crestview. Popped up. And he makes the play for the final out. But the Cougars, 5 runs in the top of the 7th. They're now 3 outs away from moving on.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Jarek Ringler on the mound, now 3 outs away from Crestview, heading to Shelby in the district semifinal. The Cougars, 5 runs in the top of the 7th to take a 6-4 lead, but Winford in good position offensively. They have 3-4-5 due up as Grant McGuire starts things off, taking ball 1. The 1-0. Curveball in there for strike 1. Fly ball right field. And it's going to fall foul. Jeb Workman lost the ball in the high sky, and thankfully the wind for them blew it foul for a 1-2 count. There's the Cougar dugout. So McGuire with new life here. 1-2. Outside, it's 2-2. Drew Johnson, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk, is on deck. That bounces in there, the count is full. The payoff pitch, fouled off, we stay alive. Ringler steps off. Ready again, the payoff pitch, ball 4. And now the tying run will come to the plate. That'll bring up Johnson. Inside out swing, it's down the line, a base hit. McGuire goes to third, Johnson to second, and right back at you come the Royals.
Our viewing audience hasn't got to see this yet. They watch the runner, so this is the first time we're all seeing this. So good job, guys. I just made the decision to stick with what I was on.
And there's the swing that puts second and third and nobody out. Now Brett Krall, who had a 2 RBI single back in the 5th. Tying runner on second. The first pitch fouls it back. The 0-1. He offered at it, so it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to the Royal catcher. 1 for 2 on the day. Tying run at second, 6-4 Crestview in the 7th. The 0-2 pitch. High and outside, it's 1-2. The 1-2. Curveball got him looking, strike 3, 1 down. That'll bring up Wes Pranger. 0 for 3, but he did put the ball in play each time. Curveball again in there for a strike. The 0-1. Fly ball to center. What a catch! The throw home, run scores. So it's a sac fly. Nearly got him out at home to end the game, but the Royals cut into the lead. It's 6-5. Landon Miller up, struck out all 3 times he's been up. So you can say he is due. Takes ball 1. Drew Johnson represents the tying run at second. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 1-1 outside. It's 2-1. Hunter Outson on deck, 1 for 3. Ringler gets the runner back at second. 2 balls and a strike, fouled off. It's 2-2. Ringler now a strike away. The 2-2, curveball high, count is full. If Miller were to reach, he would represent the winning run on first. The 3-2, high, ball 4. And the runner takes third. The tying run 90 feet away here with 2 down. The winning run now at first for Winford.
That's what he's on. Yes. This cue. Yep. And now.
So a meeting here at the mound. What an at-bat by Miller to work that walk. Keeps the inning, the season alive for Winford. And we will have a pitching change as Gavin Barker now will come in from third base to try and get the 1-out save. Barker, 5 appearances, 1 start, a .382 ERA, is a 1-3 record. Barker, 16 strikeouts, 16 walks. Drew Johnson stands on third for Winford, with the Royals down 6-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Crestview scored 5 in the top of the 7th. Winford since has scored a run on a Pranger sac fly. Grant McGuire started the inning off on a full count, walked. Drew Johnson, an inside-out swing for a double, made it second and third. Then after a strikeout, the sac fly made it 6-5. And then Landon Miller walked on a full count pitch. Now Hunter Routson, 1 for 3. First pitch just outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Colin Halsmeyer on deck. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 2-1. Outside, it's 3-1. A walk would put the winning runner in scoring position. Routson calls time. Barker ready. The 3-1. In there for strike 2. Full count. Miller on first will be off with the pitch. Barker ready. The 3-2. High, ball 4, they're loaded. Colin Halsmeyer up with the bases loaded and 2 out. Tying run on third. Winning run, and he's hit. We're tied. The first pitch of the at-bat hits him in the shoulder, and just like that, we're tied at 6. And now to the top of the order, and Miller. First pitch catches the inside for strike 1. The 0-1. Chopper the third, fields it on the first. We have extra innings. 5-3. As you see the replay.
Good job, Blue. Wait to come back.
His foot was on. We're going to extras. We head to the 8th, tied at 6 in this sectional final. Top of the 8th. free baseball. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for both sides, but we'll start with Crestview and Brennan Falk. Johnson ready. Fly ball to center. And a nice catch by Blair as he tracks it down for out number 1. And you see Johnson, a sigh of relief there. That'll bring up Tyson Ringler, 3 for 4. Low ball 1. The 1-0. Foul down the line, but caught. Wes Prenger tracks it down for the second out. And now Gavin Barker. Fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1 curveball drives that down the line foul. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Fouled off again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 8th. Just gets the bat on that, fouls it off again. Another 0-2. Chopped foul again. We'll go again with another 0-2. Just stuck the bat out, but it's right at the shortstop. 1, 2, 3. And now Winford can walk things off in the bottom of the 8th.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
2, 3, 4 due up for the Royals, looking to walk off to Shelby. Kaiden Blair takes strike one. 2 for 3 today. That bounces in there. It's 1-1. Winford led 4-1 heading to the 7th. Crestview in the top scored 5 times to make it 6-4. Winford answered in the bottom with 2. That one nearly hit him. It's 2-1. Crestview then went down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 8th. The 2-1. Outside corner. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled off. Grant McGuire on deck. 0 for 1 with 3 walks and 2 runs scored. As that's outside, it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Ball 4. Winning run on. McGuire flew out the center in the first inning and then was walked in the 3rd, 5th, and 7th innings. Just high, ball 1. The 1-0. Grounder to third, diving stop. Throw to first, not in time. It's an infield single, first and second. Winning run now in scoring position for Johnson. Johnson's double helped Winford tie things up in the 7th. Takes ball 1. Fly ball to right, short right. Workman makes the catch. No tag, 1 down. Now you might be wondering why Ringler was taken out with 2 outs and the bases loaded. It's because he hit his 125 pitch count. Bring up Brett Krall. 1 for 3. Takes a strike. Had that 2 RBI single in the 5th. Winning run on second with 1 down. In there for strike 2. The 0-2. Line drive, base hit. They're going to send the runner. The throw to the plate is going to be wide. The ball game's over. Winford walks off a sectional championship. Brett Krall, his 3rd RBI of the day, is the biggest. You take a look at the replay, just a nice little flare in the left. The throw was offline. If it was online, he probably is out, but nonetheless, Winford walks off in the 8th, and they will head to the Shelby District Semifinal. 7-6 is your final here in extras.
Good job, Blue.
We will take a break and be back with our MVP interview. We'll talk to Mr. Walkoff after this.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Today's D3 sectional final brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. CAROTHERS Pest Control, got a pest? Call the best, 419-342-6841. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. And Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. We're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, our MVP interview right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Sutton Bank player of the game. It's Mr. Walkoff, Brett Krall, the catcher for Winford. 2 for 4, 3 RBI, a walk, as Winford wins the sectional championship. First of all, congratulations, Brett.
Thank you.
Take me through that final at bat. You had the winning run on base, and you got the winning hit.
Yeah. So my approach walking up there to the plate was just put the ball in play. We had runners in scoring position. All I could do is put the ball in play. So I'm really proud of my guys, proud of Kaiden Blair for scoring there right there. So, yeah.
How's that feeling? I mean, it's got to be the best feeling in the world, just, you know, finishing a game, especially for a sectional championship. I'm shaking,
man. But the work's not done. But I've been struggling at the plate all year, so it felt good coming into the game here and starting off with that double or single. I don't remember. We were driving in 2 runs. I was proud of my guys there again.
You guys had a 4-1 lead going into the 7th. Crestview scored 5. They had you guys down to your final 3 outs of the season, but you were able to answer yourselves. What were you guys able to do as a team to, you know, bounce back 2 outs, down to your last out, and still extend the game to get the win?
Yeah. Coming in there, my boys, we knew what we had to do. We knew if we were got those 3 outs, we were done for the season. We knew we had to come in there and put the ball in play and score some runs there.
You're playing another week. You're heading to Shelby for the district semifinal. What do you guys want to work on here in the next few days to get ready for that and maybe move on to a district championship game?
Yes, sir. That's ideal. But we got to work on our pitching. Proud of Drew Johnson, proud of Spencer Miller there. But their arms have been hurting recently, so they got to get them healthy, and then we're coming into districts.
All right, lastly, the easiest question I'm going to ask you is, will you please look into that camera and give as many people, as long as you want, a shout-out?
Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad. They made me mad earlier, so I had that energy behind me to come in there and do some work. Shout out to my coaches, shout out to Coach Smith, shout out to Coach Ritchie. They pushed me all season, so thank you to all those people.
All right, there you have it. Brett Krall, Mr. Walkoff, provides Winford another game this season. They head to districts. Congratulations, Brett.
Yep, thank you.
Welcome back to the CAROTHERS Pest Control post-game show, where the Wynford Royals are celebrating the 7-6 walk-off victory to knock off Crestview and head to the Shelby District Semifinals. There's their little championship, sectional championship photo they're getting, as we welcome you inside the post-game show and take a look at the final numbers. Six runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Crestview. As for Winford, 7 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Crestview finishes the season 12-11. Winford heads to districts. They'll play in the Shelby District Semifinal 6 days from now, so next Thursday, 5 o'clock at Shelby High School. Winford 18-8, Crestview 12-11. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible today. Jeremy Peoples, one of our cameramen, Shane Young, our other camera operator. Great job, you guys, despite the rain. And our sponsor, SIMONSON Construction Services, our scoreboard sponsor, Sutton Bank, our MVP sponsor, CAROTHERS Pest Control, pregame, 5th inning stretch, postgame sponsor, Home and Kitchen Supply, our instant replay sponsor, and our commercial sponsors, SIMONSON Construction Services and Sutton Bank. I want to thank the athletic department here at Winford High School for allowing us to be here, as well as the OHSA for allowing us to stream these games to you. Winford wins at 7-6. They head on to the Shelby District. For all of us here at the OH Report, we'll see you later.